Yo, welcome back to a new video, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, we have an absolute banger prediction video for the next upcoming Black Clover chapter 288, and you know what it is? Let me just tell you, yeah, for the last couple weeks, our predictions have been hitting dead center. We have been on top of the game. We've just been proactive. We have been predicting Tabata's manga. I don't like to steal from other content creators, but since Anime Balls Deep is my friend, I just want to point out my predictions recently have been pretty balls deep. But with that being said, there is a few things we do need to discuss before we continue into the predictions. First of all, the artist for this video is Prado5. Prado5 is a brand new artist I found on Twitter. Their art is absolutely amazing, but they have less than 1,000 followers, which just breaks my heart. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to go follow Prado5. The link to their Twitter is in the description in almost every single new video. That's just how good their art is, and I just want to give back so much to Pratt. With that also being said, Black Clover has now surpassed 12 million copies in circulation with the release of volume 28. This is insane. And I posted over on Twitter that volume 27 celebrated 11 million, while volume 24 and 25 celebrated 10 million. Volume 26 celebrated nothing, which means Black Clover reached 11 million sales with the release of volume 27, and now with the release of volume 28, it has reached 12 million sales. Oh my god. Shueisha definitely expect volume 28 to do absolute wonders, and guys, as soon as volume 28 releases, I will be doing a video on how you can support the Black Clover manga. So guys, be sure to look out for that video. With that also being said, the character popularity poll is currently ongoing. It is now day 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the votes have been reset. Remember, you can vote once a day, every single day for the next 60 days. If you don't have a link to the character popularity poll, be sure to join Discord, as the link is in the event section. With that being said, guys, volume 28 releases April 2nd. I have already pre-ordered my volume. As soon as the volume releases, I will make a video on how you can purchase the volume and directly support the sales of the Black Clover manga over in Japan. Remember, even if you buy the volume and don't ship it, that still technically does support Yuki Tabata. Obviously, shipping is a little bit of an issue because shipping costs on this new website I found about $17 to $18, and obviously the volume itself costs about $4. So to be able to buy the volume, it's going to cost you about $25. So with that being said, let's just jump straight into next chapter. Jumping straight into it, let's just talk about something, yeah? Black Clover Volume 28 started with chapter 273, and throughout the entire chapter volume, Asta never appeared. Asta only appeared in the final chapter, the final 2 chapters, which would be chapter 282 and 281, which means Asta's been missing throughout the last 12 chapters. And now that we've started volume 29 with the release of chapter 283 or 284, we're not entirely too sure, and we've gotten into this entire NACHT flashback, and now Asta has finally made his reappearance in Black Clover chapter 287. I believe this is going to be an Asta volume. So for the next 3 to 4 chapters before we switch and start hyping up volume 30, we are most likely going to see Asta, and with Asta obviously come the rest of the Black Bulls. Asta came charging in straight through the shadows, straight through the smoke, slicing Nahama's arm last chapter, and yo, that shit was fucking hype. But a lot of people didn't notice something. Let me show you this image. If you look at this image, what do you see? I'll give you 5 seconds. I'll give you 5 seconds to see if you can figure it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you figure it out? For those of you that figured it out, congratulations. For those of you that didn't, if you look at Asta's headband, to the top right, there is a crack. A crack that is not there in the coloring page. In the coloring page of Asta's full form, that crack is not there. And remember, guys, this is the second time today Asta has transformed into his Devil Union mode. The first time he couldn't even hold it for 5 minutes, and now he's transformed again. If for those of you that remember, the first time Asta went into his black form, the Asta black form, he could only do it 3 times a day. Now, Devil Union is going to put much more of a strain on his body, and he is simply just not ready to master this power as he's mastered his black form. And now that there is a crack on his helmet, his Devil Union form is not going to last very long. So as much as I want Asta versus the Twin Devils to happen, the 1v2 Asta absolutely obliterating them, it wouldn't be good of me as a theorist to predict that next chapter Asta is just gonna solo the Twin Devils. Asta is running out of time. Now, obviously, if Asta is here, that means the rest of the Black Bulls are here, and obviously they're not gonna be happy with Asta charging in alone again. They even told him off last time that Asta just keeps taking all the credit. So the Black Bulls are going to appear most likely at the end of next chapter. I believe next chapter is most likely going to start with Asta versus the Twin Devils, and it's going to end with Asta losing his Devil Union form, and at the best possible moment, I believe the Black Bulls are finally going to make their mark. Now, remember, the people of the Black Bulls currently are Henry, Finral, Ghosh, Zora, Magna, Vanessa. So obviously Zora, Magna, I feel like are the best two to appear here, especially against a Devil of Ice and Fire. Magna's fire magic is gonna maybe do something against the Devil of Ice, and he's obviously a fire magic user himself, so he's got some fire resistant versus Nahama. Magna is a really good counter to the Twin Devils. We also got Zora obviously being able to counter any spells cast, so Zora and Magna are most likely finally going to make their return this upcoming chapter. But just in case my prediction turns out to be wrong, let us talk about another thing that could happen. Obviously, for the last 3 chapters, we've been focusing on the NACHT flashback versus the Twin Devils, but we forgot about Luck, who activated his ultimate magic outside versus the medium-ranked Devils. The medium-ranked Devils have started to emerge. Luck was able to one-shot 4 of them, but now the high-ranking Devils are free and most likely are going to come out. Now, remember, from the Heart Kingdom squad, we haven't seen any of their ultimate magic except Luck, and Luck's ultimate magic was this absolute super epic transformation, so I'm expecting some super epic transformations for the rest of the Heart Kingdom squad. And I do want to pause just there very quickly. A lot of people I've seen, not a lot, just a very minor few, have been upset that we've been getting transformations pretty much back to back recently. And I mean, are you surprised? Every single member went through a 6 months training time skip to get stronger. Every single captain went through that 6 months training to get stronger. Every single member, especially those members that are now here, went through a 6 months training to get stronger. They also went through an additional 3 days final training to get stronger. So I don't really understand people's complaints when everybody is getting a transformation. That is just how to write a shonen. It is the basics to writing a shonen 101. You do a time skip and then you show their transformations. Now, obviously, in other shonen manga, it's only mainly the main cast or the main characters get these transformations, but Black Clover is such a good story that it develops the side characters. And I think this is what the issue is. A lot of people aren't used to side characters getting these transformations. You know, like Luck is a side character, you know, Charmy's a side character, you know, Fuguelion, like Charlotte, these are side characters. Everyone just expects, like, to follow the shonen trope, and that is, I think, a really big issue, which I don't think people understand. But that being said, put that aside, I do have one final prediction on the color page of Black Clover chapter 287. Obviously, it was Asta, and you know, chapter 287 included Asta, so there is a very small chance in 288 we are going to get YUNO. YUNO versus ZENON is most likely still continuing. Obviously, Charlotte versus Vonica is still obviously continuing. Jack is probably dead by now versus Dante, so these fights are still continuing in the sidelines. To go back to YUNO and ZENON, I feel like would be an interesting timeline, because obviously the color page kind of does insist that if we had Asta this chapter, it's going to be YUNO next chapter. So who knows, maybe next chapter ends with YUNO versus ZENON. I'm honestly excited to see the rest of that matchup. YUNO is now on par with ZENON. ZENON looks really cool, and he reminds me of a Bleach character, Zabimaru. God, Rengoku? No. Renji. He reminds me of Renji Obara a lot, and when Renji goes, "Go Zabimaru!" that shit got me hyped as fuck. Anyway, what do you think is going to happen in the next upcoming Black Clover chapter 288? Are you excited for it? Are you hyped for it? Tell me your opinions in the comment section down below. Obviously, join Discord. Go vote in the character popularity poll. I'll see you in the next video. My name is, as always, peace.